Today I have sort of a special treat for you, sort of a different topic, but I think it's very timely and one that probably everybody watching or listening is going to find interesting. It has to do with the types of brand name styles. You may say, well, that doesn't sound that interesting, but if you put personal in front of it, what's your personal brand name style? Then maybe it becomes more relevant and more real. Now you may think, well, my brand name, if I'm using my personal name, is just who I am. And in today's world of being authentic and being true to you, that's it, right? If I just convey who I am with all my weirdness, my eccentricities, that's all I need to do. We don't think so, right? We think being a little bit more mindful and a little bit more intentional about who you are really is the key to success moving forward. So think about, you wake up this morning, alarm clock didn't go off, you're late to work, your hair's a mess, you don't have time to put on your makeup or put on that great clean, suit or shirt. You missed your coffee and you're just all stressed out. Is that really what you want your personal brand to reflect? Or you've got a big presentation coming up in 2 hours, and you haven't prepared properly. Or that big final test. And man, you haven't done all the prep for that either. And so again, you're sort of stressed out, you're a bit frazzled. So thinking about not so much what you look like on your bad days, but maybe when you're having that good day, right? When you're a little bit more positive, when you got your act together. That to us is maybe a little bit more about what that personal brand or even that company brand, on the good days. Or that product brand, when we've got everything honing and the reviews are coming in and everybody loves what we're doing, you sort of have to do that curation, that crafting, that tailoring. What do I want to be known for? Who am I that's going to resonate with my followers, with my audience? So Jennifer Aker, years ago, in the Journal of Marketing Research, wrote an article about the 5 brand personalities. I thought this was interesting. There may be another one or two out there, and there may be some combination that best fits you. But when you think about crafting your brand, especially your personal brand, and especially in this age of AI and deep fakes and all kinds of problems with people, stealing your identity, especially if you're famous, or creating something about you that you never said, or an image about you that's really off-brand. Knowing what you stand for, knowing what those brand attributes are, and being very consistent in reflecting those and in communicating those is perhaps a way to protect you from the deep fakes that AI makes so easy now to create. So here are the 5 that Jennifer came up with, and some of the attributes associated with each one that we wanted you to think about. So sincerity, things like wholesomeness, integrity, warmth, and honesty. So think about folks that you feel are very sincere, and they come across as just high integrity, people you can trust. The second one's excitement. Youthfulness often is associated with something that's exciting. Energy, creativity, cheekiness, playfulness. Do you want to sort of be known as that exciting, fun person? Or competent? You're very reliable, you're very consistent, you're skillful, you're accomplished, you're intelligent, high dexterity, you're agile, you're nimble, you can respond without getting all stressed out to whatever comes up. Competent in most areas is key, right? You get the job done, you're professional, you do it the right way. Sophistication. Elegance, luxuriousness, exclusivity, gracefulness. J-Lo's got, a new thing out on Prime. And it's sort of, she has, I think, a sophisticated image, at least on some of the movies that she's done. But she also has some things that fall into these other areas. And that's a very, very carefully curated, crafted brand persona. And the last one that Jennifer Aker mentioned was ruggedness. Ruggedness, outdoorsy, tough, adventuresome. You think about your favorite superheroes today and the fascination with superheroes in general. They tend to be rugged, right? They tend to be durable and strong. both gals and guys have these characteristics that you really aspire to. You know, they can weather any storm. They can defeat any problem. So these are 5 brand personality types that we think you ought to consider when you're building your brand and maybe when you're growing your brand. And the last thing I wanted to mention today was, especially if it's a personal brand, how far do you want to grow that brand versus when do you want to opt out of using your own name and maybe going with a different name, a brand name, a product name, a company name. Now you may say, why would I ever want to do that, right? The personal brand's who I am. I've got a lot of followers. Why would I ever want to divorce something that I'm doing from my personal brand? Well, it may come to dilution, right? If you're really known as that rugged, macho, strong guy, and all of a sudden you want to sort of move into an area that's maybe not associated with those attributes, right? Maybe it's something more about a nerdy tech guy. So coming up with a different name there keeps your personal brand true to who it is, or who you are, and at the same time lets you play in a different space. Jessica Alba did this, I think, with her Honest brand. Not that she's a dishonest person, but it allowed her to do some things with some of the products that probably stayed true to what Honest stands for, but didn't get in the way of what her personal brand is all about. So just to recap, there are 5 brand personalities, primary brand personalities, at least according to Jennifer Aker. They are sincerity, excitement, competence, sophistication, and ruggedness. Pick the one that best suits you. Stay true to that, whether it's your personal brand or it has to do with your company brand or perhaps even a product brand. And then as you move forward and grow into new areas, always consider, do you want to continue to use that brand? Or do you maybe want to come up with something different that protects the authenticity and the integrity of your original brand, your personal brand, but then let you try and experiment and grow in some other areas?